Hello everyone. So here is the part 2 or the second part of your chapter, the fundamental unit of life, biology. And as you have discussed in the previous video that we will discuss about some cell organelles present in the cell. So let's get started. So here are the cell of an animal cell. This one is animal cell and this one is the cell structure of a plant body. So here you can see like cytoplasm, cell membrane, okay, mitochondria, nucleus, DNA, nucleus, DNA we have already discussed. Also we have discussed the cytoplasm and cell membrane. Okay, so the rest thing we are going to discuss here. So first one is the endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, so the endoplasmic reticulum is a large network of membrane bound structure, as you can see here. Okay, this one is endoplasmic reticulum. The endoplasmic reticulum is a large network of membrane bound tubes and sheets. It looks like long tubules or round or oblong bags. The endoplasmic reticulum membrane is similar in structure to the plasma membrane. There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum found in the cell. One is rough endoplasmic reticulum, another one is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. RER, that means rough endoplasmic reticulum, looks rough under a microscope because it has particles called ribosomes attached to its surface. The ribosomes, which are present in all active cells, are the sites of protein manufacture. The manufactured proteins are then sent to various places in the cell depending on need using the ER. The SER, that means the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, helps in the manufacture of fat molecules or lipids, which are important for cell function. Some of these proteins which are manufactured by the RER and the lipids which are manufactured by SER help in building the cell membrane, and this process is known as membrane biogenesis. Okay, some other proteins and lipids function as enzymes and hormones. Although the endoplasmic reticulum varies greatly in appearance in different cells, it always forms a network system. Thus, one function of the endoplasmic reticulum is to serve as channels for the transport of materials between various regions of the cytoplasm or between the cytoplasm and the nucleus. Okay. Next one is your Golgi apparatus. So the Golgi apparatus, first described by Camillo Golgi, consisting of a system of membrane bound vesicles arranged approximately parallel to each other in stacks called cisterns, and these membranes often have connections with the membranes of endoplasmic reticulum and therefore constitute another portion of a complex cellular membrane system. Okay, so the material synthesized near the endoplasmic reticulum is packaged and dispatched to various targets inside and outside the cell through the Golgi apparatus. Its function include the storage, modification and packaging of products in vesicles. Clear? Next one is lysosome. Okay, uh, lysosomes are membrane bound sacs filled with digestive enzymes, and these enzymes are made by RER, that means rough endoplasmic reticulum. Lysosomes are a kind of waste disposal system of the cell, and these help to keep the cell clean by digesting any foreign material as well as worn out cell organelles. Foreign materials entering the cell such as bacteria or food as well as old organelles end up in the lysosomes, which break complex substances into simpler substances. Lysosomes are able to do this because they contain powerful digestive enzymes capable of breaking down all organic material. During the disturbance in cellular metabolism, for example, when the cell gets damaged, lysosomes may burst and the enzymes digest their own cell, and that is why this is the reason why lysosomes are also known as the suicidal bags of a cell. Okay. Next one is mitochondria. Mitochondria are also known as the powerhouse of the cell as they produce energy. So mitochondria have two membrane coverings. The outer membrane is porous while the inner membrane is deeply folded. These folds increase the surface area for ATP, that means the adenosine triphosphate molecules. It is a form of it is a the energy is stored in this form. The energy required for various chemical activities needed for life is released by mitochondria. Okay. ATP is known as the energy currency of the cell, and the body uses energy stored in ATP for making new chemical compounds and for mechanical work. One more thing you need to remember, that mitochondria are strange because they have their own DNA and ribosomes, and that is why mitochondria are able to make some of their own proteins. They need not to depend upon the cell or endoplasmic reticulum. Okay. Next one is your plastids and vacuoles. Okay. So plastids and vacuoles are found only in plant cell. They do not found in animal cell. Yes, you can find some vacuoles in animal cell also, but it is found mostly in plant cell. So plastids, what are plastids? Plastids are present only in plant cells. Okay, and there are three types of plastids. Let me show you. So these are the difference between plant and animal cell. Okay, so these are common. These are common in between plant and animal cell. Okay, and cell wall is absent in animal, whereas it is present in plant. So here is the difference. You can take the screenshot of this. Here are the cell organelles in Golgi. This mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, lysosomes. Okay. So here are the plastids, types of plastids. So chloroplast, there are three types of plastids. One is chloroplast, next is chromoplast, and third is leucoplast. Chromoplast contain chlorophyll, which absorbs the sunlight, which traps the sunlight and helps in the photosynthesis process, and they produce and store glucose, which are generally present in leaves. Next one is chromoplast. They contain uh, carotenoids like red and orange pigment, and they are generally found in flowers and fruits. They imparts the color to flowers and fruits. And last one is leucoplast. Leucoplast is generally colorless. Okay, and they are used to store starch. And the last structure is your vacuole. Okay, this one. So vacuoles are storage sacs for solids or liquid contents. Vacuoles are small sized in animal cells, while in plant cells they are very large in size. The central vacuole of some plant cells may occupy 50 to 90% of the cell volume. As you can see here, the most of the space is taken by the vacuole. In plant cells, vacuoles are full of cell sap and provide turgidity and rigidity to the cell. Many substances of importance in the life of the plant cell are stored in vacuoles. These include amino acids, sugars. Okay, next is various organic acids and some proteins. In single-celled organisms like amoeba, the food vacuole contains the food items that the amoeba has consumed. In some unicellular organisms, specialized vacuoles also play important roles in expelling excess water and some waste from the cell. Okay. So this is all about your chapter 5, the fundamental unit of life. Hope you understood the chapter. Thank you.